Hey, hold on real quick. Hold on. Pause.
We kind of danced around it last time, but we didn't get into the nitty gritty. Is Tyson versus Roy Jones? Jock wanted to bring it back. You know, Jock had to miss last week, but you wanted to bring it back to the forefront because you were kind of curious about the rule change there.
Right, and just first and foremost, I'm excited like everybody else to see them actually fight. I just hope they don't really seriously hurt each other. But anyway, it's neither here or there. But as far as the actual rule changing, so from what I was reading today, they can't knock each other out, no KOs. And this one that took me for a loop, it's not going to be anybody that's actually no judges scoring the actual match. So like if it's nobody scoring it, yeah, if it's nobody scoring it, so like what's really how are we gonna like choose like actual winner, you know? So I'm just kind of confused on that. And then I was watching an interview with Mike Tyson from TMZ, and dude was like, "Hey, you know, so are we gonna see a knockout?" And Mike Tyson was like, "Well, you know, I'm always looking for it. So if it presents itself, excuse me, like it's gonna happen pretty much. But then that goes against the rules, and so that allows me to believe that like Mike Tyson's a killer, bro. We all know that when he's in the ring, it's a different person. So I think once they're in the ring, those glory days are gonna start coming back in. And you know, once he hits him, like, oh shit, I still got it.
Y'all really think Mike Tyson gonna follow the rules?
Right, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I think something's gonna switch.
Wait, yeah, Mike not following the rules. What?
Right. Yeah, so I think something's gonna switch in his head. He's gonna black out probably, and then one of them gonna wake up, and then somebody's gonna be in a stretcher or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what I don't want to see, because like I respect both of them a lot. You know, I respect Mike, of course, and Roy Jones. I don't want to see nobody like end up in the hospital like seriously hurt. And then on that end, I don't want to see people hyping them up to where they're going to actually, like, go fight younger people because they think, oh, I still got it, and they end up really getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is how I feel about it, you know?
No, you're right. Yeah, Tyson might get a little...
Are there any more fights on the card?
Huh?
Are there any more fights on the card outside of Nate Robinson and Jake Paul or whatever?
Oh, yeah. That's all I know. But, I mean, that – you know, that shit's irrelevant. We all just here for Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, you know.
Yeah, I still do want to see Nate knock him out, though.
Yeah.
I want to see him knock out.
Yeah, so he gonna punch him like the little dude on Friday After Next. He jumps over and punches the nigga at the grandma's house.
I'll tell you this though, I did that thing for the Big Three last year where I was courtside, you know, getting photos and all that. And Nate Robinson was in Big Three. Hey, Nate Robinson's our height, man. Not Chance's height, but everybody else on this call, Nate Robinson's about our size. So, I mean, whatever Mr. Paul's got on him, like, he's going to have the reach. So, I mean, even though Nate Robinson's that pro athlete, he's going to have to get in there and you have to be hissing at him quick.
Yeah, so, like, yeah, my thing on the Mike Tyson thing, so how are we going to pick a winner if it's nobody judging it or scoring it? How's it going to work?
I think it would be kind of fun if, like, they kind of just leave it up to the eye test, or just have kind of I guarantee you a hardcore boxing fan is going to be at home, is going to hop on Twitter like, hey, I have the actual scorecard, you know, like with each punch and hit. But it'll be kind of fun, just kind of squirt at home with friends.
I don't know what it is.
That would be dope. If we could just, like, if they, like, come up with, like, scorecards and they just be like, oh, okay, like, we just print this shit out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, when you go golf, I mean, you know, on the same thing, got that shit of paper, logging it. So the same thing if they can do it for boxing.
And my thing is, like, what does it look like going forward? Because I know Mike Tyson said this is going to be a Legends League. So, like, how many other people are going to step up and fight after this? Because I know it's not going to be a one-and-done type thing, because people think they still have it at older ages. Because you have your, you know, your George Foreman's and Larry Holmes.
What if he went back out there?
George Foreman?
No. What I'm saying is, like, George Foreman and Larry Holmes, they came back later in their career and, like, it was successful.
Right.
But Foreman won. Larry Holmes.
Like Larry Holmes, flat BNC.
Larry Holmes actually fought Mike Tyson and didn't do bad. Y'all remember that? He fought a young Mike Tyson in his prime, and he didn't get knocked out instantly. So,
that's why Pac said that shit.
Larry Holmes, Flabby is sick.
Everybody, not George Foreman or Larry Holmes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
hey, George Foreman was still boxing when he had the grill and shit out. I remember that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Lean. He kept adding different adjectives to it after a while, though. It's just the lean, mean, grilling machine. And it was like lean, mean, fat reducing, grilling, keeping home under the sink machine. Like, man, quit acting adjectives.
Marketing, man.
It may be wild, actually. But speaking of like Larry Holmes, I think Larry Holmes in his prime would have gave Mike in his prime like a run for his money, possibly.
I don't know, man.
I don't
Tyson
know. I
was
ain't watched him in
a
the last.
bulldog.
Larry Holmes was bad. Larry Holmes was a bad dude though. He was nice. He held the championship for 5 years, bro. From 1978 to 83. Like that's a long time consistently. Like
We'll have to have a don't at me boxing debate.
With
but
JB.
I want to argue. We should get JB on. I mean, he'd be able to speak through all the mechanics of it. But
Hey, I'd knock Larry Holmes' old ass out.
I have some questions about GOAT. You know, who's the boxing GOAT? I feel like it's up for it's not as clear cut as everybody would make it out to be.
It's the greatest, man. Ali.
Hey, we'll have a don't at me
debatable.
debate on that one.
oh, yeah.
Who you think it is? Rocky?
Rocky? Nah.
Not the real one.
Yeah, I know.
Nah, we'll save it. We'll
Balboa.
save it.